I think at this point, when he hears that, he realizes that he's in a good place. Because what they do is love God. Their services, everything they do on the temple and on their daily life is because they are loving God. Actually, they are still hoping in the promise that they're gonna be the blessed nation and they're gonna take over the world. Actually, they are waiting for Messiah to take the Romans out and elevate them to the importance that they are expecting. And that's why they are loving the Lord. So Jesus is saying, love the Lord. And then he is saying how you shall love the Lord. And we're gonna get to that a little bit later. So the first commandments from the 10 Commandments, actually, looking at the 10 Commandments, we realize that there are two parts. It's one law, right? I'm not saying there are two laws. It's one law, but two parts. First part, it is love your God. And how do you love your God? Having only one God and having Him as your Lord, not, the second commandment, third commandment, and the fourth commandment. Not making graven images, not taking God's Lord name in vain, and keep the Sabbath. This is how you love the Lord. And the second part is love your neighbor. Right? How? Honoring your parents. And then there are some things that are forbidden. Like not killing, not adultering, not coveting, not lying. So, then these. So Jesus is asked, which is the greatest commandment? And Jesus is giving not one answer, but two. Love your Lord and love your neighbors. He says, this is the greatest commandment. There is nothing greater than this. And now Jesus is replying, verse 32 and 33. And he is saying, and the scribe said unto him, well, master, thou hast said the truth, for there is one God, and there is one other but He. And to love Him, understanding with all the soul and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself is more than all whole burnt offering and sacrifices. And I think this is outstanding because this scribe understood what Jesus is trying to tell him. And I think this is something that we should understand also. Because when he's asking, what's the greatest command? Jesus is love God and love your neighbor. And then he is trying to say, loving God and loving your neighbor, it's more than the offerings and burnt offerings. What are representing the offerings and the burnt offerings? They are representing Jesus, or they are representing what they are doing for Jesus. Okay, the sacrifice of the lamb, it's representing Jesus. But Jesus is telling them to do that, to remember, right, that He is in the center. But during time after time doing that, they said that they are doing something for Jesus. And they are giving something to God. And their love for God was expressed only in bringing burnt offerings and sacrifices. And they felt that that's something that they are losing. Because it's something that they are doing. You take part of your, how do you call that? The lively, I don't know, the animals that you should survive on, and you are giving it to God. It's something that you do. And people of Israel did not understood, or they forgot that the salvation is through Jesus Christ, which that animal represents. It is not through bringing the animal. Do you see the difference? And they started to realize that, well, if I'm bringing the sacrifice, I'm forgiven. And that's all I need to do. And their religious life was not something they tried to develop, but it is, okay, I'm bringing the sacrifice. It's like us today, okay? For example. Oh, okay, let's use not us, because we may not be comfortable. But in the past, in the Christian history, it was said that if you want to be saved, you just need to go to church and kneel and walk the stairs up the entrance of the church. Back in history, I'm not talking recent time. You know what I'm talking